Hi everybody. So today we're going to make a chicken chossa, classic French bistro style dish. We got all the ingredients lined up here. So we got some chicken, which I've already dusted with flour and seasoning. Then I got some chicken stock already ready. I got some shallots chopped. I got some bacon. I got some mushrooms, just chestnut mushrooms, because it's more meaty in flavor. Then I've got some garnish ready. I've got some shallots already cooked off, slow cooked off. And then I got some green beans to serve with it, and some thyme, and some red wine to cook. And that's it. So we start off, obviously, we're going to switch it on this pan. We're going to heat up this pan a little bit. Just take it off. Going to take some paper, wipe the pan off a little bit. It's nice and clean. And where's the deal? The trick is pan needs to be nice and hot and clean. So after this, we're going to put some oil. You can use normal oil. I'm just using what I use at home to cook. You can use some butter as well if you like. Just make sure the butter doesn't get burnt. So you need to add it to oil if you're using butter. And I think oil will do the trick here. So I got this skin side. I've already deboned these bones off, so it's easier for us to serve when we heat. So just going to wait for the oil to get hot a little bit, so it gets nice color, you know, a nice even color, and nice crispy skins, which is required for this dish. So still need some time. Wait for it's hot now, nice and ready. So we're going to start with the chicken. I'm going to put the skin side down so it gets nice and crispy. With the other piece as well. As you can see, so in this dish traditionally it's on the bone chicken, whole chicken. You can cut into 8 pieces and just use in the cooking, because it's very bistro style dish. But obviously you can have more refined version. You can use nice chicken breast, confit or black leg chicken breast. I'm using just free range chicken here. And you can just modernize it a little bit. So yeah, I just want to keep the originality of the dish attached to this recipe, and we see how it goes. So we just keep the chicken nice and crispy skin. So you can see the whole idea of the chicken, the skin needs to be crispy. Plus, if you not crispy the chicken and when you cook it when you cook it, it will all go very uneatable. It's not good. So as you can see, it's nice color on the chicken, nice and crispy chicken. The chicken is already seasoned, so that's why I'm not seasoning it. And then both side a little bit. Few more minutes. As you can see, you can hear it. What's happening? Just a beautiful sound. So if you want, you can put all the other ingredients in it, but I'm just going to take it out for a few minutes, the chicken, see the chicken, so I can saute off my shallots and bacon and mushroom, and then deglaze the pan with wine, and then we can add back the chicken and let it cook for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because it's already deboned. So chicken skin is nice and crispy. So I'm just going to leave it on the side and then start off the basic process of making the sauce. So I got some nice shallots chopped up already. As you can see, I'm using shallots because they're more sweeter in flavor and they give a nice, better flavor. Then I'm going to add my bacon, which is already chopped. Then I'm just going to let it cook for a while. Add these mushrooms as well. They're all sauteed one time. Let it cook, nice color a little bit. So, by the way, I just put flour in it, the chicken, because that's the classical way of doing it. But if you like something gluten-free or you don't want to use flour, you can just do it without and just seal it off, because the flour actually thickens the sauce as well in it. But if you can just thicken it up with a little bit of butter later on at the end, it works both ways. So as you can see, it's happening. I'm going to add a little bit of thyme to it. Just, flavor in it. While it's getting cooked, as you can see, to make sure it's nice color all the way through. Mushrooms get nice color there, brown. I peel the mushrooms as well, because I like my mushrooms to be peeled, the skin taken off, because I just figure that it shows that you care as well, and it adds a lot of flavor. It takes the bitterness from the dish as this. So now I'm going to just add a squeeze of tomato paste just to give some more body to the sauce. Just a drop, as you can see, not much. You don't want too much tomato flavor in it. It's just for the adding a little bit going. You see, all I do is I make sure that tomato is nice and cooked at the bottom. Go for a little while. It's good if it's stuck a little bit. It's good. You can deglaze it with the red wine, and when it will come out, all the flavors from the pan will make a good impact. And as you see now, the wine has reduced. You can see the bottom of the pan as well. So now we're going to add back the chicken into the dish, and so we add this chicken in here. You can see. And then I'm going to add the chicken stock, which is here, and then which I already prepped up the chicken. It's a brown chicken stock, so put this chicken here, stock. So now I'm going to put a little bit more thyme, just because I like thyme flavor, and it adds a lot of flavor to the dish. And then we can just take it off once it's cooked. You don't have to serve this thyme, you just take it off. That's why I'm using the whole spring of thyme. So I'm just going to close the lid now and let it cook. The whole idea is that it cooks slowly. We don't boil the dish, because if you boil it, the chicken is going to get all overcooked, and it's going to just it's all going to be stringy. So what we need to do is we just bring it to a little just below boiling point, and then we're just going to simmer it for 15-20 minutes, or till 75 degrees centigrade for 30 seconds till the chicken is cooked. So yeah, so we're just going to leave it for a few minutes, bring it to just below boiling point, and take it from there. The stock is almost boiling point, so I'm going to reduce the heat now. So let it simmer for, as I said before, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, or until the chicken is cooked till 75 degrees centigrade on the probe for 30 seconds. And that's it. So we will wait for it to cook, and then we do with the plating. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up my mash, which I've already got it here. So we are ready for plating up the dish. So as you can see, the chicken is almost ready now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off on the side and get the sauce ready for it. So we're going to finish up the sauce and other garnishes which we will serve with this dish. And so I got this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go on full power so I can reduce the sauce for this dish. So as you can see, it's nice and silky sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to it, because I think it's nice, great British butter. It gives a bit of shine, and it will thicken up the dish as well. So yeah, a little bit of butter. In the meantime, I'm going to cook. Finish off the shallots and onion, the green beans as well for this dish. Just some melted butter. You see, it's nice and shiny sauce. The butter melts and add more texture to it. Just try it off a little bit. Very nice. Good, nice flavor of red wine. At the same time, it's not too overpowering because it's chicken, so you don't want the wine flavor to be too overpowering. At the same time, it's full of flavor, mushroom, bacon, add a bit of saltiness as well. All in all, it's one of my personal favorite. So we're just going to let it cook, the sauce reduce. I got this butter melted. I'm going to add these green beans. They're already warm, so I just blanch them. So, you see, now green beans in the butter. Just give butter, give a nice flavor to it, and a bit of shine. Here I'm going to take some paper. Take these green beans on here so it dries it off, so there's no liquid on the plate when we do the plate. Caramelize them a little bit in butter again, but it gets nice flavor. That's fine, it will get some color in it. So as you can see, I can hear the sound, sizzling sound for this. Just a bit of time, more flavor. So a little bit of salt in this just to season it. Then I'm just going to have some crushed pepper for this. So we need to make sure each and everything of this dish is seasoned nicely. So some of the green beans as well. They're already cooked in salty water and green beans, but still I need to make sure. So now I'm going to, so you can hear this sizzling sound of this shallots caramelizing. Just going to check the sauce a little bit. So what I want to do is I just want to add a spoonful of the sauce for the chicken in this, so it gets a bit more of the color and a bit more glaze, as you can see. It will add nice flavor as well, because this is just my personal touch, because I think it will look good on the plate rather than just putting full shallots in the sauce itself. Because I strongly believe that even if we are serving a bistro dish, we need to, because it's not in a home or you want to make sure that it looks good when it goes to the customer on the table. Now we prepped the dish. We're going to start plating up. So I got some mash here. Mash goes really well with this. I think it's nice creamy mash. I've just added some butter to it. To make it more, and it worked it through, so it holds its shape. So you can just do a little bit of plate up, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of garnish before we start on the side. Bacon and mushroom. Then I got my chicken. You can see nice crispy chicken color. Just put it on the top. Look at the skin, it's nice and golden brown. And then I take the shallots and green beans. I'm going to place them all around. Nice shallots. I'm just gonna drizzle it all around. The whole idea is we don't want to make it too refined, this dish, because it's a very rustic dish. So we want to keep the main essence of the dish alive in this dish. So as you can see, it's almost there now. I got this crispy Parma ham, which I dried it in the oven at 100 degrees it took an hour and a half or something in the oven. So I'm just going to place it over it. Chicken. And then I'm just going to take some crust. Got a bit of refined version of chicken chosa, a classic take, bit of modern take on classic chicken chosa. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you very much.